We give it to you raw. The Raw BJ Podcast. Because controversy doesn't scare us. Calories do. And now, here are your hosts, Brittany and Jota.
Get your mic. Yo.
Hey.
How you doing? Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear. How are you all? What's goody? What's good? What's good?
Mr.
Yes,
Bugz
the leader has
Gutta.
arrived.
Yep.
How you doing today?
I'm doing good. I'm good, working.
Yeah.
Just chilling. Just came back from an event, and I'm about to go to the studio in a few, so.
You don't sleep.
No, I actually don't. I was just telling Chad this last night that I think I need to tell my doctor to give me some sleeping pills or something because I don't fall asleep till about 6 o'clock in the morning, and then I be up like 10, 11 every day, so I don't really sleep a lot.
Yeah, that's not good. Have you tried Z-Quil?
No. What is that?
It's like NyQuil or DayQuil, made by the same people, but it's called Z-Quil, like Z Quil.
Okay, I'm gonna have to check that out.
Yeah, it's dope. I tried it before.
Or melatonin first.
Oh, the melatonin. Yeah,
It's
that's
natural.
the more natural. I'm sorry.
Please go the natural route first, please.
Yeah.
Melatonin. Where can I get that from?
CVS, Walmart.
They're these little gummies, and you just pop like 3 or 4 of them, and yeah, you'll be good.
Naturally.
Okay, I definitely try that out.
Natural is best.
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
So we are so excited. I feel like we have climbed the ladder to get to Bugz Gutta. Like we started with Rico, and then we got to Tia, and it's like, bam! Now we're at the top of Pynk Gorilla Entertainment, leader of the pack.
It was like Nintendo. We was unlocking levels and shit.
It's like Mario Bros. We unlocked all the levels now.
Right. We done got through Bowser's Castle. We in the kitchen and shit, trying to figure out what the next move is.
Okay, well,
we here now.
Yo, so let's go ahead and get into it, y'all, and welcome to the Raw BJ Podcast presents an independent music moment with leader of the pack, Mr. Bugz Gutta.
What's goody?
Yo, so let's go ahead and jump right into it. Yo, tell us about Bugz Gutta. Where does the name come from? What's your background like? Tell us about you.
Okay, Bugz Gutta was given to me, from my cell partner, my cellmate, when I was locked up for juvenile life. I don't think I was supposed to have been. I didn't start off to be a rapper. Like, I was just locked up with somebody who could rap, and I used to write poetry, and he was like, write a rap. And I was like, okay. And so I wrote the rap, and I guess it was dope or whatever. And then he ended up giving me a name, Bugz Gutta, because everybody used to call me Bugs because I had a list. So when they heard me rap, he was like, oh shit, yo, you gutter as fuck. And then so they started saying Bugz Gutta, and then I just ran with it. And but before that, like, the name that I wanted to call I was calling myself was Murder Prince. So that was like my first rap name, Murder Prince, but Bugz Gutta is what was given to me, and I just took it.
Okay. So when you say in juvenile, the system, how old were you?
Well, I went in at 14 and I got out at 19.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm from Newport News, Virginia, originally. I'm not from New York. Most people think I'm from New York.
Yes, 2 up, 2 down.
All right.
Yeah, all day, 757.
Born in Fort Belvoir.
Okay.
My aunt lives in Thornton.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm from Atlanta. I'm country as fuck. I just love the people from Virginia. I mean, you know, Sean King is from Virginia, so I just, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, VA, that's where it's at. Like, we produce some great shit up out of VA.
Yes.
But yeah, that's where I'm from. And, you know, I grew up in the, you know, I was in the streets at an early age, but I got locked up at an early age too. So I didn't really get a chance to like enjoy my teenage years and all of that. I was locked up. So
because those are really critical years. 14 and 19 is kind of like the finding yourself part. Like that's the, you know, like you've navigated middle school already, so it's kind of like the high school, what do I want to be type of those the Dawson's Creek era is what I call it.
Yeah, and you're right. Like those years are very critical, and it really shapes you, and in a way. And I think that's probably why I'm the way I am. Like I'm very like straightforward, and like I still follow the code of the streets. Like even though I'm not in the streets, it's very like I still follow that same code, and like I'm very big on principle and respect and all of that. Like the 90s movies and shit like that. I'm like the big brother. I still have that mentality today. And like people think I'm standoffish, but I'm really, really not. I'm really a cool, fun dude. And like I just don't really, I'm always on edge because I know how people are, and I know
you gotta
how
watch the room.
Heck,
You gotta peep the scenery.
listen,
everybody ain't your friend.
Whenever
I don't like to make myself so accessible because I've done that, and you know you get bit when you do that, and so it's like,
right, yeah, no, I can definitely say I was one who thought that not just you, but the entire Pynk Gorilla team was like really, I'm kind of standoffish because I wanted to reach out to y'all a while back, but I was like, nah, I was like, damn, after they look mean, like they.
It's the gorilla part.
It's
really the gorilla part because you know every time you hear somebody with gorilla in the name, it could be the gorilla family, it could be the gorilla mob, it gorilla anything.
I'm like, they look like if I reach out to them, they're gonna be like, hell
no, nah. Where the fuck we know you from? What borough did you stay in? This nigga ain't real.
And you know that I'm glad people think that way though. Okay. Because in a way, because I say that because I don't want people to take my team as a joke. Yeah. Because we're not a joke. You can't treat us any type of way. You can't handle us any type of way. Like I'm not gonna allow that to happen. You know what I'm saying? So I want that out there, but we're so fucking cool. Like we just want to make hits, right? Motivate people.
And that's the second part of what I was going to say is because after speaking with Rico and Tia and now you, it's like I would say, even though we haven't got that in depth in our conversation yet, but with Rico and Tia, like they were so sweet, like so down to earth, so smart, talented. Like, I mean, y'all have a great team. And I mean, you'll see this is a great way to end our Pynk Gorilla Week on the Raw BJ here.
Yes, and I have to tell you something.
What?
Tia said I got bars. I'm just putting that out there. I just want to put that out there. I just want to start with that. Because Tia's hard to impress. So I just want to start there. Let me just say.
Yeah, because she said that she has, we both have bars.
She is the one that's hard to impress. She don't be impressed by nobody.
Our song for you at the end of the interview, like we did for Tia and Rico. They loved it.
And we want your honest opinion.
Yes.
Okay, and I'm gonna give you my one thing about me, that's what you're gonna always get. You're gonna always get the real. Like I'm gonna always keep it a buck. So don't ask me if you don't want me to keep it
No, that's perfect. That's the reason why we want to ask
right,
you. I gotta know. BJ, where we give our raw opinion. So yeah, give it to us real.
And I do need to ask this one thing. Do you feel like at the time when you were locked up, was that a bittersweet time because you were out of the streets for a lot of stuff and you missed a lot of stuff? But that it also might have saved you because you were out of the streets and you missed a lot of stuff?
I think when I was locked up, for the time I was locked up back then, it definitely was a good thing in a way because the way I was moving, and I starting to understand and accept the fact that I was gay. So, and the way I was moving in the streets, it was like, I know niggas was gonna be on some, yo, this little faggot really, really on some other shit. We gotta get this nigga. Like, because I was out there. So yeah, somebody probably would have definitely killed me. Yeah.
Now, is the reason why you were in juvenile, is that a topic that you are open to discussing?
Oh, I had caught an attempted maiming with attempted disable or kill charge. I was molested by he was like my grandfather. Him and my grandmother wasn't married, but he's the man who was, that I, like, he was with her as long as I could, since I was born. And he molested me when I was like from 6 to 9 years old. And when I was 13, something else happened with someone in my family. And I grabbed the broom, it was like a plastic broom, but it's like the plastic metal broom. Right. And I was beating them with it, and I was beating them, and it broke. And when it broke, it was sharp, and it just was cutting them in. And I just kept on and and he had to get stitches and staples and all of that. And yeah.
They gave you the wrong sentence.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm from Virginia. I'm not like making excuses, but shit is crazy there. Like it's a Commonwealth state, and like they make their own rules and like the shit that they do and how they handle people, and it's crazy. Like I definitely shouldn't have been locked up that long. And
I feel like you shouldn't have been locked up at all. There should have been a diversion program in place. I would have required you to do something as far as counseling, as far as community service, maybe working with people who have been through the same thing as you but are younger than you, or something like that. I would have had a diversion program in place. But again, Commonwealth does do what they want to do, and not on a case-by-case basis either. It really is a blanket state. It's a blanket kind of charge state.
Exactly.
They don't go in and, reroute the sentencing in any way.
Right.
Like this, man, like when I was in prison, like after that, and as an adult, I ended up, getting into more shit, and I was in prison. And I remember being in prison with people who was in there for like 15, 20 years, and they probably stole something from the store that was worth like $200, or they probably had an eighth of weed, a speeding ticket, and they locked up for 5 years. Like shit is crazy the way they got a saying down there. They say you come to VA on vacation, you leave on probation, and you come back on violation.
Wow.
Sad but true.
Yeah.
It's a saying for a reason.
Yeah, that's crazy, So, which is why there's such a need for the reform of these laws, and also the criminal justice system. Period.
Yeah. Need a complete overhaul. The way we interpret the laws has to change with the people. You can't interpret it the same way for everybody. Everybody's form of justice and making people whole is different. Retributive justice, rehabilitation has to change. It doesn't rehab people. The fact that the recidivism rate is so high means they don't reform people properly.
They don't do
They're
nothing.
not,
You go to jail and you go to prison, you do your time, you get in groups and you learn your lesson, you do all of that, you come home, you have a record. VA, where I'm from, you can't even get a job at McDonald's with a felony on your record. So it's like you come home, you can't get a job. They tell you have to get a job, or either you're gonna go back to jail for a violation. Right. So it's like, what do you do? What can you do? It's like it's set up for you to come back. So it's like once they get you in the system, they got you, and that's why for me it's important for me to do what I do, and me to, we created Pynk Gorilla Entertainment for that, because the shit that I went through, and I know if I had people who understood who I was as a person, to tell me that I can do it, and to tell me that, not only tell me, but to show me that it can be done. I always tell people now that the generation of us, you guys, Pynk Gorilla Entertainment, all of us, we are the culture creators of our generation.
Right.
Like, we didn't, when I was younger, we didn't have nobody to look up to be like, oh, he's gay and he's a host, or oh, she's trans and she's a singer, or oh, he's a rapper and he's gay. I had to look up to Jay-Z and Hype Williams and all these other people. You know what I'm saying? So
people that deep down you really couldn't relate to fully, you know?
Right.
People who were accepted just because.
Exactly.
And you had to fight every step of the way. And I really feel like I hear that in the songs. I feel the struggle and the crossroads in the music. I can feel it and identify with it on my own level, even if it's not sexuality, but the struggle to be yourself in a world that's telling you to be something else.
It's very important because so many people go through life like their whole entire life not being free, not feeling, not doing what they want to do. And that's so important in life, is to do what you want to do, because so many people live in life trying to please everybody else and doing what everybody else say. And it's so fucked up because it's not about nobody else. It's about you and your own personal journey and whoever wants to take that journey with you.
Right, exactly. Yes, to that last part. So you're definitely here for the music, and we are going to get into all of that. Trust me. But I do want to know, because I am a journalist, when you said that, okay, so you got out at 19, you said you was really deep into, I'm assuming, the gay community?
When I first came out at 19, I never was I was gay and I was out. I came out while I was locked up.
Right.
But I never hung around gay people. I never associated myself with them or anything like that. But when I came out at 19, I got on the chat line and I met this gay guy. And from that moment, I was in it. I was walking balls like within a month.
Oh, okay.
So it was like I went head first into the ballroom scene, where I was introduced to the life.
Look at that happiness in your face when you say that. Like, it's like a freedom.
Yeah, because, even though I'm not as active like I'm legend in the ballroom scene. Like, I'm actually the first legend for drag's performance.
Okay.
So like, ballroom saved me again. Like, I came out and I didn't know nothing. I didn't know how to get a job. I didn't know how to apply for help. I didn't have a GED or a diploma.
Right.
And it was like, so I met my gay mother, Shanice. She's a Black trans woman, and she took me in and she just taught me the ropes and taught me how to survive and introduced me to ballroom. And, ballroom became a safe haven for me. Even though it was very toxic, the life that I was living, it still helped me. It prepared me for everything that I'm doing now. I tell you that.
Yeah, I would totally agree with you. I was never involved in a ballroom scene, but I would always go and watch, and I always loved it. My knee's been bad for a long time, so
You better quit.
Listen, I can't do all of that. All right. I'll give you a little 1-2 booty pop, and that's it. That's it.
He's Cinderella. He give up at midnight. Okay.
You know what I'm
jig
talking
is up.
about.
The jig is up.
Shit, I gotta go to sleep. I got 2 kids at home.
Right. Get the pat in his head and
shit. I got shit to do.
God's crazy.
No, honestly speaking, that's incredible. And I really want to do like a real like sit down interview with you and dig deep into your story, because I'm in love with what I'm hearing right now. Like it's a
We can do that.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that you have overcome all of that and that you are now sitting here as the leader of the pack and you have your own record label, like,
or you inspire others to do the same, be
yes.
themselves.
And so you have to tell us, excuse me, let's go ahead and jump into the music. Tell us about Pynk Gorilla Entertainment, what got you into music, how this all came to be. We kind of got a little story from Tia, but we want to hear your.
We got a little taste. We got a little taste.
A little taste.
We got a little taste.
Like the whole backstory. Like I say, I started rapping when I was in locked up. But when I got out, while I was in there, it was a CO who heard me rap, and he kept on saying, "Yo, when you get out, make sure you hit me up. Make sure you hit me up." So when I got out, I hit him up, and he eventually introduced me to OGC Helter Skelter Duck Down Productions up here in New York City. Back in the 90s, they were like really, really, really big in hip hop in the streets and shit. And so I ended up getting a deal, and I lost the deal because, like I said, within a month, I was in ballroom. I ended up finding a boyfriend, and I fell in love, and I was supposed to go to Texas to record a single for Oz, the TV show, the soundtrack. And I didn't go because he was like, "No, you going in there to see a boy, blah, 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 blah." I didn't go. My life went a total different direction. And, towards the end, like everything started happening in ballroom. And I just got to the point where I was just like, you know what? I'm tired. I am really, really tired of everything that I'm going through. I was on a run for like 2 years. And so when I eventually got caught, the police came to the hotel, they locked me up. When I went to court, the prosecutor was trying to give me all my time back, which was 10 more years on probation. So I was sitting there like, yo, bitch, I'm about to do fucking 10 fucking years. Like, how the fuck I let this shit happen again? And the judge asked me, he was like, yo, where was you at for these past 2 years? I was like, I was in a hotel. He was like, you wasn't getting in no trouble. You wasn't doing nothing. I was like, no. He was like, how was you supporting yourself? I was like, I was tricking. He was like, tricking? I was like, yeah, I was prostituting. And he was like, so you've been on probation since you was 13 years old. And he told the prosecutor, he said, I'm not sending this man back to jail. He said, this man been locked up for entirely too long. And because I was telling him, I was like, I can't get a job. I can't leave the state. I can't do nothing. And he told the prosecutor, he was like, I'm not sending him back. We're going to take him off probation. He said, you live your life and don't you ever let me see you back in here again. Within 2 weeks, I was gone. I packed my bags. My mom gave me $2,000. I came to New York because my plan was to come to New York and do what I really, really wanted to do. And that was do music. And I just came up here on a bus. And that's how, I got back into the music game. Then when I here, I was trying to like figure everything out because I didn't know anything for real. So I got on Google, started making my rounds up here in New York, trying to link up with different rappers and producers. Everybody was curving me. Nobody wanted to fuck with me because I wasn't from New York. I didn't have music out. Right. I wasn't popping. Nobody knew who I was. And then I linked with another trans woman named Miss Terry Man-Made. And she put me, became a mentor, and I was like a part of her record label, which was Man-Made Productions. And everything kind of went left, not with us personally, but she wanted to something different. And so it was like, I was left like, what do I do? And me being the person that I am, I don't like to sit around and wait for nobody.
I get
The
that
same
vibe from you,
day,
yes.
yeah, the same day that she was like, okay, it's no more, I'm doing this. I hit up Tia. Me and Chad was already at the house, and I was like, Chad, you think we should do Pynk Gorilla Entertainment? He was like, yeah. I called Tia. I was like, yo, Beth, we're gonna do Pynk Gorilla Entertainment. You with it? She was like, yeah. If y'all want to do it, let's do it. I filed the paperwork and everything that night, and we were so excited for everything. And then COVID came, and we was nervous, and we was like, what the fuck are we gonna do? We can't do this and we can't do that. And it's so crazy because as nervous as we was, the impact that we have been able to make within the past year during quarantine and COVID, like, it's so fucking amazing.
Y'all have done
like,
a lot.
It's crazy, like, the shit that we've done. So I'd be like, yo, I can only imagine how it's gonna be when the world opens up. But yo, I'm so happy to be where I'm at in my life and have the team that I have. Like, my team is amazing. Like, for me, it's not even about me. It's about my team, and it's about the youth for me. Like, my team keeps me going. Like, they're the dopest ever.
It's the humility for me. I'm
Right,
sorry.
it is.
I noticed that all of y'all have that. Like, everybody has that.
Yeah.
Without the team, it wouldn't be no me. And they have encouraged me to be so much greater. And my fans are everything. When Rico was like, remember when you told that story about how you was awkward on the phone with Rico and you was like, and Rico was like, but I wouldn't be me if I didn't have my fans. So I'm going.
Well, no, he refused to let me say that I was a fan.
You was a fan. You a friend.
He said I'm a friend.
That's right.
But
yeah, because it's like, we're not like, I like to say I'm humble and I'm cocky. I'm only cocky because I know I have reasons to be cocky, but I'm very humble because I know where I come from, and I know that I ain't better than nobody. Like, and at any given moment, anything could happen, and I could be back in prison and not have none of this and not be able to see the people that I care about. So for me, it's just like, why be big-headed and like stuck up, or like be an asshole, period. Like, it's people who aren't, like, motherfuckers benefit from Pynk Gorilla Entertainment who aren't even Pynk Gorilla Entertainment, because I am just the type of person that if I see something in you, I want to help you if I can help you. But I now know that I can't be that way because, this is a dog-eat-dog world.
Don't want help, and some of them honestly don't deserve it. And that's just the big.
Yeah, and I know that now. Like, one thing 2020 taught me was that knowing me is a connect. And like, sharing my energy is a privilege.
Yes.
And so
say it again.
I know now that I know who I am, and I know what I bring when I walk in a building, when I get on a song, when I do an interview, when I even speak to people. Like, that alone, like, it holds weight. But at the same time, I don't allow that to, that's nothing. That don't mean shit. Because I ain't never had shit. I never felt like shit. I never thought that I would ever be shit. So it's like, for me to be able to do what I'm doing now, it's life-saving for me. So why be an asshole, and why not help other people? Because nobody ever helped me. Nobody never gave me shit. Nobody never said, oh, let me, but Miss Terry, when it came to this music shit.
And that speaks volumes to the love that you have in your heart, because for you to say let me help those who don't have help because no one ever helped me.
That's powerful.
Yes, that's respect. Nothing but respect.
And I also want to say shout out to judges and second chances. There are some sprinkled throughout the Criminal Justice Sunday, sprinkled throughout. Salt Bay.
It's all
that actually see the person and not the charge.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So after all that, Pynk Gorilla came to be, and Bugz Gutta got the wave. We gonna the first single that we're gonna play here. Go ahead and
I got the wave. Oh
wow! I got the wave. Tell us about this one.
You know, that song was. I had released my first single, and it was Late Night.
Mm-hmm.
But I released it with a video. And when we put the video out, somebody got me blocked. They got my Facebook and my Instagram blocked for like 30 days. Because people been hating on me for a little minute. So when they got it blocked, I couldn't promote the song. Right. So we ended up doing another song and just dropping that and just putting it out. And it wasn't even supposed to come out. It was just I was fucked up and they played the beat and I was like, okay, this is dope. I sat right there and wrote it and we decided to put it out. I'm gagging that's the song that you want to play. It's so old, but it's dope though, you know. Okay.
Well, that's one of the three that we chose. We listened to your songs and we chose.
That's interesting.
Even though Chad has not sent me the audio yet.
Message.
I know that he is going to get to it. I know y'all busy just like we are. So
and
the audio for what?
The audio for any of for the show today. He hasn't sent.
Oh, he hasn't sent none of them?
No. He was very punctual for Rico and Tia, but I'm just going to assume that because y'all married, like, you know, he got you.
We don't have the instrumental either.
Oh yes. And Tia said that she was gonna tell
after she heard our song.
She said that she wanted to hear us do a parody of, because we do parody rap and stuff. She wanted us to do a parody of y'all's song Real Talk.
So that would be
waiting on the instrumental.
And she was gonna tell Chad to send us the instrumental so we can do what we do. Okay.
Yeah, when it comes down to me, Chad don't really be he don't be on it. He feels like I can handle everything I gotta handle. So it's like we bump
I heard a
heads
snicker in the
when it
background.
Right.
Can't help but
excuse me for that. Excuse management for that. When we get off of this, I would definitely send all that over to you. But yeah, he got a habit of, you know, letting me do my own thing.
It's okay. It's black love.
Okay. Yes, black love.
So why don't you go ahead and introduce the first song? What?
Chad right here.
Why don't you go ahead and introduce the first song?
So the first song is I Got the Wave. Told y'all was a motherfucking wave, mother. You better hop on and drown. I got the wave, move out of the way. I'm breaking the bank, cracking the safe, fuck facing the same. If you do not change, then you do not grow. You're rich if you poor, you reap what you sow, turn two into four. I die for the cause, cause I'm quick to draw. I stand on my own, ride all alone, but I do it for y'all. They're killing us all, we lose by the fall. Loyalty's rare nowadays, can't even be broad. Don't come around me with that bullshit. When you see me coming, better move, bitch. Y'all move slow, trying to catch up, but I'm too slick, I'm the blueprint. I showed y'all how to grind hard, turn this rap gift into a business. Create a dope buzz with a dope team, drop a bad form with an accent. Had to skip levels or switched up. Now see these niggas got me fucked up. Acting tough on the gram, you can try it and see. Guaranteed, homeboys, you gon' get touched. You facing them wasting the ass off. Shit crazy like a bitch on on bathsalt. But you loyal to the kid, all I gotta get a word, blow your brains all over the asphalt. I ain't trying to talk shit, I'm just saying what it is. I'ma let you live, I ain't trying to do a bid, but I can and I will call my niggas up. Back teeth come through like a Mack truck. I'm just trying to get money and open doors up. Show the kids they can do it if they never give it up. Anything you wanna do, you can do, break it up. Know a nigga hard, I better bag, just round them up. I got the wave, out of the way. 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 I got the. Pressing these niggas like the home button. Pulling up on them like they owe something. Don't give a fuck who you is, fuck where you from, cause none of that shit don't mean nothing. When it comes to competition, I see none. You ain't got no balls, better grow some. You ain't got no goals, better make some. No grind till a nigga better find one day. He like he acting funny, cause I'm all about my business, dawg. I'm just trying to gain financial freedom, man, it's like about. You don't want no problems, then I ain't the one to fuck with, dawg. You gon' end up buried in a box underneath a scroll. I got the wave, out of the way. 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 I got the. If you got a problem, homie, we can solve them. I go everywhere comfortably and unbothered. If you got a problem, homie, we can solve them. I go everywhere comfortably and unbothered. If you got a problem, homie, we can solve them. I go everywhere comfortably and unbothered. If you got a problem, homie, we can solve them. I go everywhere comfortably and unbothered. I go everywhere comfortably and unbothered.
Yes.
I love it.
I love it.
Thank you.
That is the we about to go to the club, get dressed song.
You know what I'm saying? Get dressed, bitch. They don't want no problems with us.
You know the song
so
you have to play
because
the song you gotta play because your group is about to go into the club and y'all as a group,
right?
You gotta be on the same fucking page. Like you got one friend with 3 kids, you got one friend with no kids, but she looking for somebody, and then you got the other friend who's just a drunk and she ain't paying attention to shit else. Same page music. Right. I got the wave. When we go in there, we are a team. We are a unit. Leave your bullshit in the driveway.
Also, I do want to say before we continue that we are drinking our Rosada Pink Moscato in honor of our Pink.
Is there anything to drink here?
That's right. Guess what we had last week?
What?
We had Pynk Gorilla Punch.
Yep.
Hey.
It's our drink that we put together and stuff. And he was
saw
like, "Oh, I wish I was there."
What is
we
it?
We have a gorilla back here. He's holding a pink heart, but
those
our pink lips. I'm sorry.
Lips.
We show Tia our little gorilla here.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cuz.
Yeah, right. That's cuz. But Brittany, go ahead, and you said you wanted to get into your line of questioning.
Yes, but I do have a fun fact before I do that. So just so you know, I knew Rico previously. And found out during the interview that was him. But I knew him back when he was performing at Burkhart's.
Okay.
And I just didn't know that it was him. Never knew. Because performing, Rico looks different.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a very different look. Like
right.
He had facial hair here. So
Skin was still silky
still smooth skin though. Like it was doing something to me.
I ain't seen skin that smooth. But what I will always praise that skin. Yes.
I felt like I was talking to Sierra. I was gonna ask her, what was the prayer?
Right.
What was the prayer for the skin that you had? What was the prayer? Skin? What was the sacrifice?
And I don't know. I don't want to hear that Rihanna Fenty shit, Rico. Okay. I didn't believe it when you told me then. I don't believe it now. Damn it.
No, that's definitely what he be using. Chad don't play with him when it comes to all of that skin stuff. Chad is really big on that. So and Tia, she does her shit too. I don't really. Chad grooms me because I don't be I don't be thinking about that shit.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm very consolidated when it comes to my like hygiene regimen and stuff like that, I do my facial scrub in the shower.
Me too.
Because I just don't have time to separate the two.
No time.
I have 3 kids with autism. By the time I come out my shower, that is my only time to myself.
Okay.
And by the time I come out of my shower, whatever I didn't do is a wrap until further notice.
Right.
I got
Most
to
likely
go
tomorrow.
Right. I have a son who needs personal space and 2 girls that are trying to infringe upon that personal space. And now I got to figure out who's triggering who. And I don't have a trigger to pull my damn self. And I just, it's a lot. It's a lot. Oh God. But I just want you to know I love y'all so much. This music has got me through some crazy ass times. I'd be 2 steps away from crying in my prayer closet before I start playing my music and going, fuck it.
We definitely appreciate like all the love and support that we get from people, like for real, because it's important. Like if we're doing it for a reason, we're doing it for that. So like,
and you're in a lane that's not heavily recognized or supported, so it's not like you're a mainstream artist in a mainstream lane that everybody already accepts. It's not an easy lane to carve out for yourself. You have to forge a path. You're trailblazing. And with the LGBTQ community, we do a lot of advocacy work. We talk a lot about different topics that concern the LGBTQ community because we've got to talk about it, especially people of color that are in the community. We have to do it for the culture, but we have to do it for ourselves also. And I am curious about something. When I hear your music, I hear something that I don't hear from like all LGBTQ artists. Your music is very, let's get deep. Let's get into this. I live this. And I just was wondering, from your perspective as an LGBTQ artist, what sets your music apart, in your opinion?
I think I am not, for one, I don't do it for a fad, or I don't do it because I have the talent. I do it because I'm passionate. It's because it's who I am, and what I spit is what I live, and what I know, and what I do, and how I feel. And I don't think a lot of other people don't do that. And what I mean by that is, it's not saying that they aren't talented, and it's not saying that they don't make good music and they don't put time, effort, and energy into it, but it's nothing to get a beat and just create a song. You know what I'm saying? Like I always say, when I write with my heartbeat. So it's like, you hear that shit. You feel that shit. So it's like, I don't know. I guess that's why I'm the leader of the pack.
Well, in keeping with that same mentality, what do you want your music to say about you?
What I want my music to say is what you just said. Like, I want people to, I want people to hear my music and be able to say, okay, I felt that, I feel like that, I felt like that. This can help me. Like making music to, dance music and music for, club music. All of that is good, and I know that that's what I have to do and stuff like that. But if it was up to me, all my music would be like street, like it would be some real shit.
Because because
that's like, what I know. That's who I am. So it's like when I struggle though sometimes. Like I was just telling Chad the other day, a couple days ago, I was like, I feel like I miss my mark when it comes to being an artist. Because I feel like nowadays it's all about, it's all hype, lollipop,
Right.
Bubblegum rap,
not
pop, pop.
bubblegum, but it's all about hype and all about, the club and the boppy bop and all of that. And it's like, I'm not that person. I'm not that artist. I'm not that man. And I feel like if I was straight, it would be different. But I'm not. And the reality of it, most people from my community, they don't want to hear that. And then I think a lot of straight people don't get it when it comes to me.
Right.
Like, I think they can understand the saucy Santana because they know what they're getting when they hear it and when they see it.
Right.
Then when it's me, it's like, okay, especially for a nigga in the hood, nigga in the street, he see me and he hear me, it's like, yo, what the fuck is going on? I thought y'all said he was gay. Like,
right.
This nigga is giving, and it is what it is. I be trying to make sense out of this whole shit. Like I said in Real Talk, I don't really know what I'm doing, but I'm doing it. I be trying to make sense out of all of this. So it's like, but one thing I do know is that my music is me. I'm real. I'm when I say I'm in the streets, when I say I'm from the streets, that's where I'm from. And it's just what it is. That's what you get from me.
Right. I definitely feel like you are an authentic artist. Like, your music definitely reflects you and your story. I feel, especially when I hear there's some of your songs, excuse me, there's some of your songs that you pour a lot of love and feelings into, especially one we're going to get into later, your favorite, A Letter from Bugz. But it still has that street edge, which I think goes back to what we were saying at the beginning of this interview about how you have this hard look that may seem unapproachable, but in reality, it's not that at all. So I think that definitely is reflected in your music. I love it.
Yeah, I just want to say, I feel like it's not necessarily about meeting the mark. I think you're customizing your own mark. Your mark hasn't been made yet.
Right.
So you have to customize it and make it fit you instead of you don't have to fit into their world. They have to fit into yours. And I feel like that's what your label is creating, is a place that says, I'm here. This is my way or no way. I'm not compromising my belief and my core for anybody label.
Right.
And I also feel like at the beginning when you were going to go to Texas and all that other stuff, that's probably why it didn't happen that way. Because you may have been boxed into, okay, well, this is what we doing. And if you riding with it, then you riding with it. But this is how we do. You see what I'm saying? And I feel like you were put in a position to where you were able to forge your own path. And I think you're making your mark. You're customizing it to what the values of Pynk Gorilla Entertainment are. And I feel like it's the non-compromising, not settling part that makes it the most uncomfortable, but also is going to be the most rewarding, because you're helping so many people for the community, so many people for the culture, and so many people outside of the community that need to understand.
Right.
People do not relate
Who
to
need
things
to hear this.
It's so much easier to relate to somebody who's talking about it.
Right.
Don't give people the opportunity to come up with their own assumption. Tell them.
Right.
Because some people are blind, deaf, and dumb. Tell them. They don't understand. They don't get it. If you don't speak on it, who?
Right.
You get what I'm saying? And I do know that your music is authentic, and I was really trying to piece it together, because when I hear it, I hear different musical influences, and I know that you're from a time where there was so much music that was out there to influence people. I know that there was a lot of, Tribe Called Quest going on, a lot of people in the 90s that were very, in your face about their belief. A lot of specifically a lot of most deaf influence and stuff like that. So who are your biggest musical influences? Because I'm just curious.
My biggest musical influence is Jadakiss, with a whole lot, but Jadakiss and Styles are like my two, like Jadakiss and Styles to me is the top of the line. And Biggie, Lil' Kim, Cameron, DMX. That's it.
I be getting some Tribe vibes, so I don't know.
But
I don't know.
Just because, I grew up listening to Tribe. Like, I fuck with Tribe. But
it's cadence, I feel like
never...
the way you get down to the nitty gritty about it, like straight to the point about what you're saying. That's what makes me feel like, yeah, that's where I'm getting it from.
I love it.
Those are the people I named. Those are basically the people who I like. Like those people, that's my playlist today.
Still relevant.
Like,
right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So we're gonna go ahead and get into the next song. Look, she's excited. It's not a letter from Bugz, not yet.
You always be trying to bait me.
It's we're actually gonna get into what you're gonna do. So tell us the story behind this song, if there is one.
So what you're gonna do with the
right?
What you're gonna do with the first single from my first project, the Pynk Gorilla ENT, and what you're gonna do was basically my introduction, basically to the whole Pynk Gorilla movement, basically saying to everybody, like, I'm here, we here, what you gonna do? Like, it's nothing that you can do now. It's nothing you can say. I'm here to stay. I'm here to play. You know what I'm saying? What you gonna do? And so, yeah, and that's probably one of my biggest songs so far. Like, it charted. I mean, no, it didn't chart. It streamed a lot. Like, I want to say what you gonna do is like 70,000 so far. Or maybe more, I don't know. But it's and the crowd likes it all the time. Like every time I perform What You Gonna Do, the crowd goes in. So like that's probably one of my favorite songs to perform also.
Cool. Well, why don't you go ahead and introduce it to our listeners, because we about to get into it too. Turn the fuck up.
So this is What You Gonna Do.
Pull up in the coupe, jump out of the roof, aim at you like I ain't got proof. What you gonna do? I come with the goons, acting a fool, waving a tool. So you be a fool. What you gonna do? 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 I want it, I get it. They mad cause I'm winning. I'm spitting the hardest, walk out talking the fashion to kill them. Grew up in the trenches, slept on the benches. Hustle to get it, took this a chick, you sort of for bitches. These niggas be talking, they doing the most, but they got like crazy cause they don't get close. Oh, wait, hold on, bro, no, I am not stressing these niggas. I win and I flex on these niggas. I get it poppin' these niggas, this bitch, cease and desist type of niggas. They hate and they want me to lose. They lost and they don't have a clue. I am the regular dude. I pop the most out the crew. I never follow the rules. Don't shade like I'm under the rules. Rude and cocky to move. When I come in, ain't shit you can do. What you gonna do? Pull up in the coupe, jump out of the roof, aim at you like I ain't got proof. What you gonna do? I come with the goons, acting a fool, waving a tool. So you be a fool. What you gonna do? 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 I'm in it to win it. You know what I came for. Settle the beef, nah. I hit what I aim for. My shit is precise. Niggas that let me be treating me right. When you don't like me, you better think twice. Whenever you see me, talk to me nice. I came in the game, bringing the pain. Yeah, at me, mention my name. I'ma pop on you lame. Fuck being popular, you broke. That's why more than half of y'all jokes. See you in the gram, standing for the folk. Fact is, none of y'all don't smoke. They hate and they want me to lose. They lost and they don't have a clue. I am the regular dude. I pop the most out the crew. I never follow the rules. Don't say like I'm under the rules. Rude and cocky to move. When I come in, ain't shit you can do. What you gonna do? Pull up in the coupe. Jump out of the roof. Aim at you like I ain't got proof. What you gonna do? I come with the goons, acting a fool, waving a tool. Start eating your food. What you gonna do? 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 What are you gonna do? What 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 you gonna do?
Have y'all ever seen a video for that?
I have not.
She has not.
It's a video. You got to check it out.
Yes, I'm gonna show her.
Thank
You
you.
have to watch it. Listen, I love how. Can we get like a ratchet song with featuring Tia with y'all?
Please.
Okay? Because I get the from you, and then I got the yeah.
Woo,
You
Lord.
know what I'm saying? And then you got Tia coming through with the Tony Braxton like, you just come.
But see, that's the thing.
Right.
Type record where I need Tia to be like, yeah, bitch, and this thing. Put
Oh
the
no,
songs like
Tia.
Right.
Let me tell y'all, like Tia has yet. She only has one official single out,
right,
and that's Live. Then she has Scar on My Heart, and that was just a filler song for us to throw out with me and her. And she has a song with me and Earth Tone. She's singing on the hook. But we are definitely, y'all gonna really enjoy what Tia is about to come with. Her project is really, really, really dope. Yeah, like, and so what you asking for, you definitely gonna get it. Like, you're gonna get all sides of Tia. Like, y'all gonna get and it's a little bit of everything. It's a little bit of hip hop, R&B, it's pop, it's jazz, it's blues. I'm crowning Tia the queen of hip hop and blues. Y'all gonna get that
heard it here
when
first,
you
folks.
get this project. Like, so yeah, you're gonna get that ratchet shit because Tia is ratchet.
I got a curious question though. Is it possible to get Tia's version of What You Gonna Do, but it be Bitch I'm the Truth? I'm just wondering, is there
don't put that
somewhere in the
See, Tia wants to rap and do it. Like, Tia want to rap. Yes. Tia want to do all of that. And I be like, no.
What happened to everybody be yourself?
Right.
No. I get it.
Coming to your own, I want to rap. No,
not that part.
I get it. But if it was up to her, I be feeling like she a rap, like, but
20 minutes.
She'd be ready. Like,
right.
I'd be so surprised. I'd be coming over and she'd be like, okay, check this out. And I'd be like, oh, you rapping? Oh, that's how you feel? That's how you feel
like,
give
her a chance. Give it a chance.
No, but it's coming out on her project. Like, she got a couple joints where she rapping. And the good thing is she wrote it. Like, I didn't write it for her, or Rico didn't write it for her. She actually wrote the raps herself. And it's dope. So, like, yeah, she coming.
Yes. And we're going to be right here waiting.
You didn't answer my question about the particular song, but okay.
You know what? I told Tia, I said, look, create stuff. Like, do it. If you can get her to do it, yeah, do it. Like,
is there going to be a What You Gonna Do remix anywhere?
Hop in them DMs.
I doubt that. I don't know. You never know. Right. You never know.
You never know. So
we'll have to see what you're gonna do.
Right.
Right.
What you gonna do? We'll never know. So as the leader of the pack and being such a big influence, not only to the artists who are on your label, but to the community, the LGBTQ plus community, the Alphabet Mafia.
Okay.
What do you consider to be your biggest musical challenge?
If any.
I don't think it's no music. I don't know. I don't really know how to answer that because, like, I think the biggest musical challenge would be I don't know.
I feel like it may be that, and I think we pointed this out with Rico and Tia, is that y'all are perfectionists, and not in a bad way because y'all do it and y'all do it very well. But
actually, I uncovered that fact.
Yes, Brittany did. But I feel like it shows in your work because what everything y'all put out is so professional. Like I said, it's top tier. Like I would not have imagined that. Like growing up, I would have loved to have had a Pynk Gorilla Entertainment when I was a teenager.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Growing up in the gay community, like to see people who identify with me doing things that I identify with, you know? But I feel like that's it can also be a hindrance to some degree.
I feel like y'all own critics in the booth.
I'm speaking from experience, and I get that vibe from Pynk Gorilla as a whole. But it's a good thing. But I feel like that's also the challenge.
You push yourself really hard, really hard, like harder than you might if you were mainstream because they don't have to work as hard. Y'all got to be twice as good, twice as much impact on the bars, twice as much. You know,
I would say my biggest musical influence. Challenge would be that what you guys were saying, in the sense that I put so much pressure on myself because I don't want to let them down, also my team. And I want to make sure that they go as far as they can go. And like, that's all I think about. Like, from the moment I wake up to the moment I go to sleep, I'm thinking about what I can do or what one of us can do to help us get to the next level in some type of way. So yeah, it's pressure. I think it would be pressure all the way around the board. I call myself the leader of the pack. And I call myself that for a reason. So I put myself in that position, and it's pressure.
Yeah.
But pressure,
you know. Territory. Definitely that. So what would be your favorite Bugz Gutta song?
My favorite song from Bugz would be
Could it possibly be something that we haven't heard yet?
Something in the vault, something secret,
something coming soon,
something exclusive,
something you might want to play for us,
something that hasn't been written yet.
My favorite song will probably be Late Night.
Late Night.
That's my first song. Or Bugs Bop from Leader of the Pack. I don't know. I don't really have, depending on my mood, it be changing, I think.
Facts.
Because you might ask me this tomorrow and I might say something different.
No, totally. As a Gemini, I get where you're coming from. Believe me.
And then I don't really, one thing about me, when I make, like, I don't really listen to my music like that.
I've heard artists say that before.
So when I make music and I put it, like, I listen to it before it comes out.
Right.
All the time. And then when it comes out, I don't really listen to my music like that. So that's probably why it's like, it's hard for me to really pick a favorite because I don't really listen to my music like that.
Do you have a song that was your favorite to record? Like you had the most fun or the most, whatever in the song?
My favorite song to record probably was Real Talk.
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Right. That was
Like, Tia is also my best friend. So it's like when everything, like, yeah.
Y'all sound
Making that
great
song
together.
with
Like,
Tia.
I love y'all on the records, on the track together. We need more of that. Let her rap, man. Let her rap. Okay. So now here we are at the big moment. Tell us about A Letter from Bugz. Now, listening to the song is pretty self-explanatory, but we have listeners in 7 countries.
7.
Okay.
Hey. 7 countries.
So explain the song that we're going to play this one next, but A Letter from Bugz. This is definitely one I was talking about earlier, where I feel like you poured your heart, your experience into this record. Tell us about it.
A Letter from Bugz. I wrote that song while I was in jail, not juvenile, but jail. I think I wrote it in like 2010. I was in jail and I had another cell partner and he was a rapper and we used to, write raps and he used to be like, yo, you always talking about the streets and shit. He was like, rap about you, rap about your life, rap about you being gay. And he was like, cause I ain't never heard you rap about nothing personal. And so I ended up writing that and, I wasn't doing music. So it was like, I would get locked up and I'd be writing at home, but I wasn't doing anything with it. So when I came to New York, it was like, I performed it. I would do it like live and stuff like that, but I would do it a cappella. And then one day I was just on YouTube and like the beat that I got is actually a remade beat of Love and Die from Janae Akio. How you say her name?
Aiko.
Yeah, her. That beat is from off of one of her albums. And yeah, so I just put that up there. It just sounded good, and it's one of my favorite songs to perform. I like to close my shows out with it because I feel like if anything that I've ever written. Like if someone was to ask me one thing that you've written that you want the whole entire world to hear, it would be that song. Because I feel like it's very important for people to hear that and to understand that, because I feel like anybody who's gay, every one of us can play that for our parents or play that for somebody and say, I felt this way. Right. This is how I felt. Because like, I'm sure it's how we all have felt.
Absolutely. I definitely identify with the song. I love it. So let's go ahead and get into it. Why don't you go ahead and introduce it?
The next track is A Letter from Bugz. Yo, just had to get this off my chest. Be like that sometimes. As long as I could remember, I was different. I ain't wanna play with G.I. Joes. I wanna skip her. It was something about the feelings that I had. It won't, cause I grew up with girls I won't raised by my dad. It was me, simple as that. If you don't understand, it wasn't a choice. I guess it was God's plan. But shit is real talk. It happens every day. A young adolescent realizes that he gay. It's like a war inside. Me, myself, and I. It's crazy when you wanna tell the truth, but you lie. Cause you afraid of what your family is gonna think. Cause you don't wanna play ball and you love Pynk. And it's a shame when they say that words don't hurt. You call me a fag, I would knock you in the dirt. I stayed going off, fucking niggas up. A homo, a punk, but I'm a man first. I had to learn to cope and deal with the pain. Therapist saying something wrong with my brain. All them Tevin jokes, disrespect that I was given. Growing up, I swear to God, yo, I hated living. They say it's wrong, and if you gay, you go to hell. Well, if I go to hell, I know I see some of you there for the same thing, and it's a damn shame. Can't admit that we driving in the same lane. I hate a
closet nigga that front around us niggas. You think you hard, well you softer than the cloud, nigga. And I'ma be the voice for the other side. All the gays, all the trans, lesbians and bis. I'ma ride for you, I'ma die for you. Go to war, I'ma kick down doors for you. You never know the struggle, you never feel my pain. Can't walk in my pumps or my Timberlands. This is not a gimmick, and this is not a game. I rep the rainbow, but still I let them things bang. And it's the realest shit that I ever wrote. The end of the rainbow, all you see is gun smoke, nigga.
Nigga.
Yes. It's just so deep.
So deep.
It's very, this is me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It tells the story of a lot of gay men, especially in the Black community, specifically. And I think that's the reason why I love it so much, because I can really relate to it.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
And you have to understand, I've known Joe a long time. I knew Joe when...
You don't know me, fool.
Liar. I've known Joe 21 years, going almost 22. Like,
you revealing
I've known him a long time, ever since we were one. Now, I've known him like 5 presidents now. We've been friends a while, you know. And I knew Joe when Joe couldn't be Joe.
Right.
Because people were so caught up in religion and not caught up in the neighbor. Nobody wanted to love their neighbor, but everybody wanted to have a judgment and everything like that. Like, and the part where if you go to hell, you'll see some of them there. I really love that part, because I feel like, especially in our community, there's a lot of people that are condemning homosexuality, but not all your kids having a different dad or premarital sex, or nobody's going to say anything about the fact that this man is not taking care of his children. The Bible don't like that either. Like, all these other things we want to overlook and not get down into, and you know what I'm saying? And it's just like, where is the support? Why are people not, you know what I'm saying? And it hurt really bad.
It hurt, yeah.
To know, like, to be on the outside and know your friend can't be themselves. I go to bed and wake up every day of high school being myself. And I had to go to high school with people who could not do that.
Right.
And I was worried. We had, like, you know, there are kids who don't get up the next morning because they ended things the night before because people didn't want to listen.
Right.
Nobody wanted to talk about it, you know, and it's powerful. I'll just say that it's powerful to me. And I love you, Joe.
Oh,
that was that.
I was struggling.
That was.
I know you was. You were struggling at my house. You was at my house struggling with your black ass. We was out here trying to numb the pain any kind of way we could.
But bitch, I'm here.
You know, it's moments like that is why I do it, because it's healing. Like, it's healing for us who going through it, who's been through it, and it is healing for those who are about to be going through it.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? That's why I say I do it for the youth, because I know it's a 7-year-old out there right now who wants to be a rapper one day. And the fact that he can look up and say, oh, Bugz Gutta. I look up to him, or Rico Cassadine, or Bus Clown, or Earth Tone, or Cakes the Killer. He has these people now who they can say, oh, wow, I can do that. I can see that. I can do all of these things. And that's what Pynk Gorilla is all about, motivating, inspiring people to create.
It's a blessing. It is. It really is. I love it. So, Bugz, now we're going to play a game. This game is called Rapid Fire.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So, what we're going to do is, very quickly, you have 1 minute. That's 60 seconds. We're going to ask you 4 questions. You answer as quickly as possible. Are you ready? All right. And go.
If you could ask God one question, what would it be?
tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock.
Why did you pick me?
Okay.
Great.
Would you ever sell your soul?
It depends on how much. No.
What if it was for the life of a child?
Listen, what I told you, don't ask me questions that you didn't say what you didn't say what man, don't do all that.
Okay. What was your dumbest purchase?
I thought.
Fucking dead.
What was your dumbest purchase ever?
My dumbest purchase ever.
Sounds like you made quite a few of them.
Yeah, I definitely have made quite a few of them. My dumbest purchase ever was when I was buying this weed, and I think I bought like 4 ounces, and I didn't check any of it, and it was all fake.
Oh
no!
Somebody got to die.
Right.
Go. 10 seconds.
And what color best describes you and why?
What color? Who?
Best describes you and why?
Black. And black because it's universal, and it's neutral, it's universal, it's dark, it's powerful, it's everything else can come from it. It's so in that way it inspires other colors. Black.
I feel that. That's why I wore it today.
Right. Well, I'm wearing gray, and I got my little pink on from Pynk Gorilla.
Mm-hmm.
And I just knew that you were going to say pink. But no.
You know, I
like black too. That's what's up.
Pink, because the pink, okay, Pynk Gorilla. I'm not just pink, I'm also a gorilla. And like I always tell people, Pynk Gorilla is good, it's bad, it's beautiful, it's ugly, it's masculine, it's feminine, it's everything that it's a balance.
It's multifaceted.
That's what Pynk Gorilla is. And when I say it's a balance, and that's why I always tell people, until you get to recognize and accept everything about you, the good, the bad, the ugly, the beautiful, the masculine, the feminine, because we all have all of that inside of us, no matter who you are, what gender you are, what sex you are, how masculine you are, how feminine you are. We all have every trait inside of us when it comes to that. You know what I'm saying? So that's what Pynk Gorilla is like. It's like balance. And so it's one of my favorite colors, but to describe me, I wouldn't just say pink.
Heard. So, as we get ready to wrap things up, what can we expect from Bugz Gutta and the entire Pynk Gorilla Entertainment crew over the next year? I want to say Tio or either Rico told us that y'all were working on like a
compilation
collab album.
Yeah. Well, I am releasing a bag collection. I teamed up with a designer from Atlanta. His name is D'Angelo. LHD, left-handed D'Angelo, and he's also having a fashion show on the 20th of next month, and that's when the bags will be first released and they'll go on sale. So I will send you all of the invite, and so y'all can come.
It's gonna be in Atlanta.
It's gonna be in Atlanta.
Ah! Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it'll be the day before my birthday. Woo!
Your birthday, April 21st.
Yes.
My birthday, April 27th.
Yes, Torrence season. Let's get these Aries up out of here. Yes, what you gonna do? That's right.
What you gonna do?
So we got that. Then Chad is officially starting his business, 4 and I Visual. being a creative director and a director. Rico's coming out with a project. Tia's coming out with a project. Both of those projects will be out for the summer. I'm not gonna give a date yet, but they will definitely be out for the summer. And we are working on a collab project with the whole Pynk Gorilla team. So yeah, just expect us to keep dropping shit, and
and some
we
more
got
interviews.
some stuff coming.
So
We got some stuff
we
coming.
ain't seen nothing yet.
And we're working on a documentary also that's going to be released with the project.
With the Pynk Gorilla
with the compilation project.
Yes.
I love it.
Love it. I know it's gonna be fire. Chad, his video skills are awesome. I love it. He did the video for Don Plus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was dope. Really dope.
Everything that has come out of Pynk Gorilla Entertainment, Chad has done been the creative director and the director behind. From the photos to the performances to the videos. I always call him the man behind the gorilla.
Right.
But yeah, he's definitely been keeping us looking fresh.
His work is dope as fuck, and he definitely has attention to detail.
All right, we know y'all equally yoked. Don't nobody sleep. We know.
Right.
Ain't y'all sleeping at the house. Ain't nobody sleeping.
Oh no, he sleeps.
Oh, okay.
Chad sleeps. Chad goes like, man,
because I'm very active during the day.
But he gets up very, like he said, he's very active during the day.
Okay.
So I can sleep.
Chad work himself to sleep though. Like he'll work himself to sleep and he done
Chad be in the club sleep.
So, Bugz, what message would you like to leave for your supporters, your friends,
haters, everybody?
Lovers?
Message I got is, I don't really have a message for people who don't like me and for haters. I don't really care about any of them. But for the people who, support me, and for the people who don't even know about me, who's going to just see this for the first time, if there's anything out there that you want to do in life, do it. Like, don't allow anybody to tell you you can't. Don't allow anybody to pressure you into not doing it your way. Don't, just do it your way and make it happen and do it on your own time. Because nobody wants to sit back and wonder, what if? It's so many people who have done that. And I spoke to so many people who've done that, and they have been content, but they've never truly been happy. So that's the message I got. Just do what it is that you want to do in life. Like, do it now. Wake up tomorrow. If you want to be a producer, you wake up tomorrow and you get you some software and you start.
Period.
Once you start doing it, it's a wrap.
Do you?
I agree.
I love it. And that's going to wrap this interview up. Leader of the pack, Bugz Gutta, thank you so much for being here with us.
Thanks for having me.
I've enjoyed it.
Thanks for having me, and thanks for having my team. Like I said, we appreciate everything that, all the support. So
we love y'all. We wouldn't have it any other way. You gonna do a song now?
We love it. Okay.
We got to have y'all.
So before we go here, and I'm gonna get ready to hit the road. And we will holler at y'all later.
All right, go be amazing.